Hello, students. Today we are going to talk about natural language processing, which is a module of Studio AI syllabus. And what we are going to learn today is that exactly what do we mean by the natural language processing and how the processing of these languages is done in order to make a machine, that is the computer, understand the way we talk and the way semantically, that means logically, each word each word is placed in a sentence. So, if I go by the definition of natural language processing, then it is a branch of AI that provides computers with the capability of understanding the text and spoken words in the same way the human being can. But what do I mean by that is that when we say or when we utter some words, this actually means something to us because of the vocabulary that we already have developed within us, and the words that mean and the words that we hear are supposed to mean to us in some way or another. So that's why we extract the meaning of the words that is being placed in a logical way, or in another words we can say in a grammatically compliant way, so that a meaningful or a logical conclusion can be drawn from the sentences that we hear. Now, in order to make the model understand or the machine understand, we need to incorporate some tools, techniques within the machine. uh, Modern days actually involves deep learning models, statistics, phonetics, computational linguistics, or maybe rule-based modeling of human languages, so that the computers can understand the text, the words, the spoken words, and by understanding, what I mean is that so that they can extract the meaning of those words in terms of sentiment or the intent in which the words are spoken of. Now, just as humans communicate with each other using words and text, the way humans convey information to each other is called natural languages. Everyday humans share a large quality of information with each other in various languages as speech or text. However, computer cannot interpret this data, which is it natural language, as they communicate in ones and zeros. Obviously, computers are better, is actually based at understanding series of ones and zeros. That means a binary string. However, to find out however, to find out the meaning of human speech and to respond to it intelligently, these words or these particular tokens need to be understood by the machine in terms of ones and zeros. So natural language processing actually helps the machine to convert in a, if we say in a very naive way, that to convert these words or these tokens into ones and zeros, so that the machine would be able to understand. Now, the processing actually is an intersection of three branch of studies. One is the computer science, another is the artificial intelligence, and other comes from the study of linguistics, that is human language. So if all these things combine, so the knowledge of all these things combined are required in order to do a complete natural language processing. Now, if I put it in a flow diagram, or if I say it in a flow diagram, this is the workflow of any NLP. Initially, what is done, that First, a lexical analysis or morphological processing of the sentences is done. And by lexical analysis means the dictionary like analysis of each and every words are being done when the machine first gets a sentence, means a sentence comprising of words. Then it finds out whether the words that is put within the sentence is syntactically correct or not. So the syntactic analysis is done next. What do I mean by that? That if somebody says Ram is a good boy, it means us that maybe we are describing characteristics of Ram. But if someone says Ram, a boy good is, now it doesn't sound very pretty, and also we find it very hard to extract, or to find it very hard to extract the meaning because of the problem of the syntax in which the words are placed. That means it is not following the rules of the grammar. That's why the machine also needs to understand the grammatical rules or the uh, syntactical way the words need to be placed within a sentence. Once this analysis is done, then we need to find out exactly what logical meaning is conveyed through the sentence, and that is known as the semantic analysis. We would obviously see the discourse integration and pragmatic analysis later on. But initially, let us find out the first three things, or let us understand the first three things in order to understand NLP a little bit better. So, as we have seen the workflow of NLP, and the first phase is lexical analysis or morphological processing. So, in this phase, actually, all the sentences or the sentences that is provided to the machines are first broken into tokens, and these tokens are the smallest units of text. One example that is shown over there, that he goes to college, this is a sentence, and if this sentence is need to be divided into tokens, then each and every word is actually a token of the full sentence. So therefore, he goes to college is the tokens of the sentences, but that not excluding the full stop. That is the termination of a sentence, including this full stop. Each and every word of it is a token. Because as with any programming language, a termination means that we are stopping the statement here. So that's what a termination means. Just as in the C programming language, we use semicolon. Over here also, the full stop means that one sentence is being terminated. So that is why mm, the termination part or the full stop part is not discarded from the sentence. The tokens are comprising all the words along with the termination part. So therefore, we can say that overall there are five tokens in the sentence, that is, he goes to college. In the same sense, a paragraph can also be divided into sentences. So, an example, to cite an example, suppose this is a paragraph which is given over here, and you can see that each and every sentence is actually the tokens of the paragraph. So, for a sentence, to recapitulate, for a sentence, each and every word along with the termination part, that is full stop, is a token of the sentence. And for a paragraph, each and every sentence along with the termination part is the token of the paragraph. So this is how the morphological or the lexical analysis are being done. Next comes the syntactical or analysis or parsing. More popularly, it is known as syntactical parsing. So, what is that? Syntactical parsing is the second phase of NLP, and in this phase, the sentences the sentence is checked whether it is well formed or not. It is well formed or not means that the arrangement of word, whether they are following our rules of grammar or not. So just like in every, let me draw an analogy with the programming language. Just like in every programming language, we are bound to follow some syntax. Otherwise, the program, if it is being run by the compiler, then it will going to generate an error. So if the sentences or if words in a sentences do not follow the rules of grammar, then probably we would not be able to find out the logical meaning out of it. That is why the syntactical analysis is very much important in NLP. So the arrangement of words is checked in this particular phase. As for example, one is cited over here like Del- Delhi goes to him is meaningless because in the analysis part it doesn't feels right that a place is actually going to a person. So syntactically it is not correct. That is why while passing the sentence to the machine, it will readily reject this as it fails to pass the analysis or syntactical analysis. Next comes the semantic, that means the logical analysis of the sentence. So in this particular case, the sentences are checked for their literal meaning. That means what exactly is the information that is contained within the sentence. So to exemplify this particular concept, let us look at the sentence I ate hot ice cream. Now, I ate hot ice cream. So the adjective hot doesn't go with the ice cream because ice cannot be hot. So it is illogical to say that we are eating a hot ice cream, or rather I ate a hot ice cream. It doesn't sound logical. That's why it will summarily be rejected while we are doing semantic analysis of a sentence because it is illogical. So therefore, along with the syntactic analysis, semantic analysis is also important so that the spoken words or the spoken sentence should have some logical meaning to it. Another example is the colorless green idea. This would again be rejected by the semantic analysis as colorless and green doesn't go with each other because green actually mean one actually is a particular color, and I cannot say that green is colorless. So therefore these two words when put together doesn't convey any meaning or any information. That is why it will be rejected. So the final so the after the third phase, I think we are all able to understand that uh, how one sentence is given to the machine in terms of either a paragraph or a simple sentence. And after the machine receives the sentence, first it first it actually creates, or first it actually do the lexical analysis or the morphological analysis, in which each words within a sentence or maybe each sentence within a paragraph are broken into constituent units. So therefore, if a sentence is given, so the sentence is broken into constituent words or single unit of words along with the termination part, that is the full stop. And if a paragraph is given, then the paragraph is broken into sentence along with the termination part, that is the full stop. And after that, the after this particular phase, Next, the sentences are analyzed that whether they are following the rules of grammar, which we humans do, and if they are not following the rules of grammar, then a syntactical error is generated. That means it is not syntactically correct. So that's why after lexical analysis or homomorphic analysis, syntactical analysis is being done, so that the arrangement of words can be should be in a proper manner. And again, if the arrangements of words, if in a proper manner, then whether that arrangement of words convey any meaning or not, that means the logical connection between the words are uh, analyzed, and that analysis part is known as semantic analysis. And if that semantic analysis, if in that semantic analysis it is found out that the meaning of the arrangement of words are highly illogical, then they are also summarily rejected. So these are the first few phases of natural language processing. In the later part of the study, we will see that the interconnection between the sentences, whether whether the antecedent and the precedent are having any relationship between them or not, we will find that out. So we will meet in the next lecture. Thank you.